Alex, thanks for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why our mums need to know about bullying.
My name's Alex and I work at a youth charity which is all about empowering young people to be able to feel safe and happy in their school, in their community and online. And a lot of our focus is on bullying. And we have a website, antibullyingpro.com, which has got lots of resources, information and advice.
So bullying and the anti-bullying campaign struck a chord with our audience and we've got some amazing questions from our channel moms. Should we get stuck into it?
Let's do it.
Perfect. What are your top 2 to 3 tips on how to deal with the situation if you think your child is being bullied?
If you think your child's being bullied, don't panic. Try not to dive in there. I think really important that you listen to them, that you praise them for speaking out if they decide to do that, but also that you try not to take over the situation. A lot of young people tell us that they're worried rather that their mum's going to make it 10 times worse. And I think as a parent, you have a great responsibility and role to check in with them every day to see how school was and just be there for them really and make sure that they know that they can come to you if they ever have a problem, a worry or a concern.
My child is worried that telling will make things worse. How can I reassure them?
You can listen to them, you can make sure that you give them some of that control and you say, what would you like to be done about this? I think the last thing you want to do is message the parent of the child that's doing the bullying. You know, it happens. And also for the parent just to say, okay, thanks for telling me, I'm going to go into the school, because then the child's left there thinking, hang on a minute, I haven't told you everything yet. I want to make sure you know things and I want to do this together.
What do I do if the school doesn't do anything or if I'm unsatisfied with the way they've dealt with the situation?
Give the school the opportunity to solve it. However, if you're not satisfied as a parent, then you could escalate it. So you might have spoke to the class teacher or the form tutor as a first point of call. You could ask to speak to the head of year then, or the head teacher. And if you're still not happy with it, then go to the governors. Continue to record all the times that they've met with the school and to take it as far as they can. In some cases, that might even be with your local MP, who can take on cases for people in their constituent. The last thing you really want to do is pull them out of a school, because ultimately they'd have to start again, and that can be incredibly damaging for a young person who's perhaps been secure and safe with their friendship group, with how the school works. I think that's got to be your last resort. Escalate it as much as you can and seek support before making a drastic decision like that.
What signs should a parent look out for that might indicate that their child is being bullied?
I think look for those things that you know actually are, no, that's unusual for my child. Are they eating, sleeping, acting differently? Look for those signs. Trust your instinct.
How can I make sure my child isn't the one doing the bullying?
I think as a parent, you want to set some really good standards. Try and think about how do you show respect to other adults, you know, to things that you read or see in the media or TV. Try and work really hard to encourage your child to celebrate difference and respect the people around them. I think the great thing about Channel Mum is it's got loads of great parents who have a really good voice and a really good message. One of the best things that I know schools love is when parents offer to go in and support the school.
Research shows many bullies have self-esteem issues. How can we approach this before it gets too late?
Think about what you can do to boost their self-esteem. You know, that might be helping them understand that the strengths and the talents that they have. Make sure that they've got things where they can be recognised for doing well in and positive things. If you are noticing that your child's actually got really poor self-esteem and it's a barrier to them making good relationships at school or at home or succeeding at school, then you shouldn't be afraid to ask for that help. I think a lot of times parents forget that they can go to their GP or their doctor and they can refer their child for counselling. There's something called Child Adolescent Mental Health Support Service, and also work with the school. Don't be afraid to ask those teachers for counselling service or support or clubs or things that your child could join.
What steps should I take with cyberbullying where the bully hasn't been identified?
There's some good advice that you can give your child, particularly around, like, do they need to be connected to that person? Actually, is that person a friend? If they're not, perhaps have a discussion with your child about who are their friends and who's on their friend list, and perhaps remove those people. And even if it's abusive, report them. But I think if you are facing that sort of abuse, then it's still important to keep a record, screenshot, as you would if you knew who it was, because the school could deal with it. Even if an incident happens outside of school, the Department for Education, the government, says that schools should still deal with it.
Thanks so much, Alex. I know this is going to be super helpful for the parents watching.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you enjoyed the next instalment of Meet the Expert series. You can watch more videos over on Channel Mum, click the link below. And if you're worried your child is being bullied, then head over to Channel Mum support group. There are trained parent helpers waiting to offer you some advice.